Welcome. In this lesson, I'll begin to introduce the theory that you'll want to keep in mind when creating measures in Ursa Studio's Measure Workshop. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to answer the following questions. What is a measure? And what are the different classes of measures that can be created in Ursa Studio? As you may remember from a previous lesson, the analytic output produced by Ursa Studio is called a measure. Measures are numerical expressions of real-life circumstances, described through a numerator-denominator relationship. Typically, a measure's denominator represents the opportunity for some kind of performance, while the measure's numerator represents the realization of that performance opportunity, which is often an event. For example, this measure has a denominator consisting of patients with a length of stay greater than 7 days. The measure's numerator represents the patients who developed a bloodstream infection. Dividing the numerator by the denominator produces the measure result. There are many ways that measures can be constructed, but this example gives you a sense of the fundamentals. Another example of a common measure is that of a per member per month or PMPM measure. Here, a health plan's total member spend for the month is divided by the number of members enrolled in the plan for that month. The denominator is the plan's member population for the month of July. The member population represents the opportunity for performance, which in this case is the opportunity for dollars to be spent on the member. The numerator is the actual amount of money spent on the member population in the month of July. The actual amount spent represents the realization of the denominator's performance opportunity. Dividing the numerator by the denominator produces the June PMPM figure of $413.33. The measures we just reviewed are a particular class of measure called a performance measure. This class of measures is also referred to as a rate measure. The purpose of these measures is gauging the performance of a real-life scenario, like how many patients developed a bloodstream infection. The other common class of measures is that of a count measure. Count measures, as the name indicates, provide counts of entities like patients or events like lab results. The key characteristic of count measures is that their denominator equals 1. Where performance measures have dynamic denominators, count measures all have the same denominator. In Ursa Studio, count measures are often described as population measures. That's it for this lesson. You should now understand the basics of what a measure is and what classes of measures you can create in Ursa Studio. In the next lesson, I'll discuss how these performance and count measures are tracked over time.